Pursuing answers in this horrific event. It has been a little more than 2 years since the Surfside Condo collapse, and questions about the cause of the collapse continue to linger even today. Investigators with the National Institute of Standards and Technology said Thursday there is currently no evidence of sinkholes that could have caused voids under the foundation of the building. However, they did determine that the construction of the pool deck deviated from design requirements, which likely weakened the structure. Pablo Rodriguez lost both his mom and grandmother in the Surfside collapse more than 2 years ago and joins us live to talk more about what this report reveals. Pablo, always appreciate having you on. Any surprises for you as you listen to what they found and maybe more importantly, what they have not found so far?
Hi, Marni. Thanks for having me. And yep, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's not really surprising what they found. It's consistent with what the initial analysis by engineers were, that the pool deck was probably the failure point and brought the rest of the building down with it. It's also not surprising, but a little disheartening that there is no force majeure here. There was no sinkhole. There was no event that would have made this unavoidable, which means it was avoidable. And that's kind of the part that lingers a little bit. The two main concerns that still, as a family member, I have, I know other family members have, and I don't think are going to be addressed by this investigation, by this report, are first, why the building, which wasn't up to code to begin with, was granted a certificate of occupancy, how for 40 years the inspectors never caught a problem, how seeing the condition of the building prior to the collapse, no red flags were issued by the county, by inspectors, by anyone. That's something that I don't think is going to be addressed by this report, and ties in with some of the concerns of what the goal of the report are, which are to make buildings safer. So codes will change, but if code enforcement is not changed and focus on developers building and expediting that process continues, the codes aren't worth the paper they're written on.
Yeah.
The second part, I'm sorry.
Yep. Second part.
The second part for me, and I know I've talked with other family members as well, and it doesn't look like it's going to be addressed at all by this report, is the contributing factor of the vibrations from the building that was abutting this and how they allowed it to be so close. I know being in Champlain during that construction period, the building would vibrate, the windows would vibrate, you'd be woken up by it. Was that the cause? It doesn't appear that was the cause, but was it a contributing factor? As a family member, we'd like to know that. It doesn't look like that's going to be addressed here. And the worst part of it not being addressed is the lingering thought that, well, if it wasn't so close, if it was maybe changed, did that vibrations, did that construction expedite the deterioration? Would it have lasted another 6 months, a year, 2 years while it was going this report? And maybe it would have been caught and evacuated or something. But I don't think we're going to get an answer to that, and that's just going to linger on our minds.
Yeah, two important questions, and we're still probably 2 years out from having the results of the full report. I have about a minute left, Pablo. There are plans to create a memorial near the site. How do you feel about that, and also plans to rebuild on the site for a 12-story building that will sit where your mom and grandmother's tower stood?
I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality of Miami. Waterfront development is the most sacred thing here for counties, for developers, for everyone. So it's not surprising. I've tried to be realistic of that since the beginning. My thought was always it'd be nice to have a boardwalk or public boardwalk or something similar to that, maybe with lights and their names on it. The concern is if you build a memorial on that site, it's going to be competing interests with multi-million-dollar units of people who have no ties to this being there. So I see it as a very difficult situation. No one's happy about it, but it's the reality.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.